What if the very ground beneath your feet, the air you breathe, the people you know, are not what they seem? What if the entirety of your perceived reality is a construct, a sophisticated illusion, and the truth lies just beyond a veil your mind has yet to pierce? This isn't a dream, it's a question that has haunted thinkers for millennia. The implications are staggering. If solipsism were true, ethics, empathy, and the very concept of shared knowledge would be radically undermined. All your relationships, your achievements, your struggles would be echoes in an empty chamber of self. While a deeply unsettling thought, its power lies in its ability to make us question the unshakable certainty of the external. Next, we shift our focus from the nature of mind to the nature of reality itself, with philosophical idealism. Idealism, in its many forms, posits that reality as we know it is fundamentally mental, mentally constructed, or otherwise immaterial. Consciousness, not matter, is the ultimate ground of being. This flips the common-sense materialist view completely on its head. Thinkers like George Berkeley famously argued ses percipi. To be is to be perceived. In this view, objects like trees or stones only exist insofar as they are perceived by a mind. If no mind perceives them, they cease to exist, or exist only as ideas in the mind of God, a concept Berkeley used to ensure the continued existence of unobserved objects. This isn't to say that the world is an illusion in the deceptive sense, but rather that its substance is not physical in the way we typically assume. For the idealist, the physical world is more akin to a persistent, shared dream or a simulation running on a cosmic, conscious computer. The laws of physics, then, would be the rules governing this mental construct. Consider the perplexing findings of quantum physics, where observation seems to affect reality, or the strange nature of consciousness itself, which materialism struggles to explain. Idealism offers a framework where these anomalies might make more sense. If consciousness is fundamental, then its interaction with the stuff of reality is not so surprising. Idealism challenges us to reconsider what real even means. If your experiences are coherent, consistent, and intersubjectively verifiable with other minds, even if those minds are part of a larger mind, does its ultimate immateriality make it any less significant? It suggests a universe that is far more mysterious and interconnected with consciousness than we commonly dare to imagine. Let us now warp our perception of time itself with eternalism, often known as the block universe theory. This philosophy proposes that all points in time, past, present, and future, are equally real and existent. Time does not flow from past to future. Rather, all of time exists simultaneously, much like all points in space exist simultaneously. Our experience of time passing, that feeling of a moving now, is, according to eternalism, a kind of illusion, a feature of our consciousness, not of reality itself. You are not moving through time. You are a four-dimensional object, a space-time worm, whose existence is stretched out across time. Your birth, your life, your death all exist, fixed and unchangeable. This concept finds support in Einstein's theory of relativity, where time is interwoven with space into a space-time continuum, and the simultaneity of events is relative to the observer. If the future already exists, it raises profound questions about free will. Are our choices merely us experiencing a pre-written script? Or is there still room for agency within this eternal framework? The psychological impact of truly internalizing eternalism can be immense. On one hand, it might lead to a sense of fatalism. On the other, it could bring a strange comfort. Moments of joy are never truly lost, and moments of suffering, while real, are just one slice of a larger, eternally existing whole. Your loved ones from the past still exist in their temporal location. We navigate our lives based on unspoken assumptions, a bedrock of beliefs about what is real, what is self, and what is time. But imagine for a moment that these foundations are not solid rock, but shifting sands. Certain philosophies, ancient and profound, don't just question these assumptions, they seek to obliterate them, forcing a radical reevaluation of everything you thought you knew. Eternalism challenges our most intuitive understanding of change and becoming. It suggests that the universe is a static, four-dimensional sculpture, and our consciousness is like a spotlight illuminating one cross-section at a time. The entirety of existence, from the Big Bang to the ultimate fate of the cosmos, is already there, a timeless, magnificent, and perhaps terrifying whole. From the certainty of all time existing at once, we plunge into the depths of uncertainty with philosophical skepticism, particularly skepticism about the external world. This isn't just doubting a few things. It's the radical position that we can't be sure about the existence or nature of anything beyond our own minds. A cousin to solipsism, but focused more on the limits of knowledge. René Descartes famously employed methodological skepticism, doubting everything until he arrived at cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. But even this bedrock of self-awareness doesn't guarantee the reality of the external world. How do you know you're not a brain in a vat fed simulated experiences? How can you prove you're not dreaming right now? The skeptic points to the unreliability of our senses. We see optical illusions, we mishear things, our memories can be faulty or even fabricated. If our primary tools for understanding the world are inherently flawed, how can we build a truly secure foundation of knowledge about what lies outside our own subjective experience? Every perception is filtered, interpreted, and potentially distorted. This isn't about promoting paranoia, but about fostering intellectual humility. Skepticism forces us to critically examine the basis of our beliefs and to acknowledge the profound difference between believing something strongly and knowing it with absolute certainty. It highlights the assumptions we make every second just to navigate what we call reality. Embracing a degree of philosophical skepticism can be incredibly liberating. It can free us from dogmatism, encourage open-mindedness, and spur on the quest for better evidence and deeper understanding. While we may never achieve absolute certainty about the external world, the act of questioning itself is a vital intellectual endeavor, pushing the boundaries of what we think we know. Finally, we confront the universe's apparent indifference with absurdism. Championed by thinkers like Albert Camus, absurdism arises from the fundamental conflict between humanity's innate desire to find meaning and purpose in life, and the seemingly meaningless, chaotic, and irrational universe in which we find ourselves. It's a cosmic joke, and we are in on it. We search for answers, for a grand design, for ultimate values, but the universe offers only silence, or at best, ambiguity. This disconnect, this yearning for meaning in a world that provides none, is the absurd. It's not that life is meaningless, but that our human need for meaning clashes harshly with the universe's apparent lack of an inherent one. According to Camus, there are three possible responses to recognizing the absurd: suicide, a rejection of life; a leap of faith, denying the absurd by embracing an unprovable belief system; or rebellion. Rebellion, for Camus, means acknowledging the absurd, embracing it, and living passionately and freely in spite of it, creating our own meaning in a meaningless world. The absurdist hero is Sisyphus, condemned to eternally push a boulder up a hill only for it to roll down again. Camus famously concludes, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy. His happiness comes not from the task itself, but from his conscious rebellion against his fate, his scorn for the gods, and his embrace of the struggle as his life. He finds meaning in the meaningless." There exist a handful of core philosophical concepts so potent, so utterly counterintuitive, that engaging with them can feel like your mind is being torn open in the most illuminating way possible. These aren't mere intellectual exercises. They are keys that unlock entirely new dimensions of understanding, challenging the very architecture of your consciousness. Today, we explore 5 of these reality-shattering ideas. Absurdism, therefore, isn't a philosophy of despair, but one of courage and liberation. It tells us that since there's no preordained script, we are radically free to write our own. The value of life is not found in some external source, but is created by us, moment by moment, through our choices, our passions, and our rebellion against the cosmic silence. It is a call to live intensely. So, we've journeyed through Solipsism's radical self-containment, Idealism's mind-based reality, Eternalism's timeless existence, Skepticism's profound doubt, and Absurdism's defiant creation of meaning. Each of these philosophies acts like a philosophical sledgehammer, capable of shattering our most comfortable and unexamined assumptions about life and the universe. The purpose of engaging with such mind-breaking ideas is not necessarily to adopt them wholesale. You don't have to become a solipsist to benefit from considering its challenge. Rather, their value lies in their capacity to stretch our intellectual muscles, to force us out of cognitive ruts, and to open up vast new landscapes for thought. When your fundamental beliefs about reality are questioned to their core, something remarkable happens. The world can appear fresh, mysterious, and pregnant with possibility once more. The mundane can become magical, and the previously unquestioned can become a source of profound wonder. This is the breaking open that these philosophies offer. These concepts remind us that the map is not the territory. Our current understanding of existence, however advanced, is still just a model, a story we tell ourselves. By exploring the most radical counter-narratives, we gain a deeper appreciation for the sheer complexity and an almost terrifying mystery that lies at the heart of being. We learn to be comfortable with not knowing everything. Ultimately, wrestling with these profound philosophical challenges is not about finding definitive answers, but about asking better questions. It's about cultivating a mind that is flexible, critical, and perpetually curious. For in that openness, in that willingness to have our minds broken open, lies the path to true wisdom and a more vibrant engagement with the enigma of existence. What assumptions will you question today? Prepare yourself, because the journey ahead will take us to the absolute edges of reason, to a place where the familiar dissolves and the truly bizarre takes center stage. Each philosophy we will unveil is a mirror reflecting back a version of existence so strange. It might make you question your own sanity, before ultimately expanding it beyond its current limits. Are you ready to confront the possibility that your individual mind is the only thing that truly exists, or that time, as you experience it, is a complete fabrication? These aren't spoilers, but mere whispers of the intellectual precipices we are about to explore. The insights gained from these mind-bending perspectives are profound, offering not just new answers, but entirely new questions. Our first stop on this journey into the philosophical abyss is solipsism, derived from the Latin solus ipse, meaning oneself alone. This is the radical idea that only one's own mind is sure to exist. Everything else, the external world, other people, even your own body, could be representations or projections within that single, conscious mind. Imagine every conversation you've ever had, every mountain you've ever seen, every star in the night sky, might be an elaborate play unfolding solely within the theater of your consciousness. The solipsist doesn't necessarily deny the experience of these things, but questions their independent existence outside of their own mental awareness. It is a profound isolation, philosophically considered. The argument for solipsism often stems from the limits of epistemology, the theory of knowledge. How can you truly verify the existence of anything beyond your own direct experience? All sensory input is processed by your brain. All thoughts and feelings are yours. There is no way to step outside your own mind to check if the external world matches your perception of it. It's a perfect epistemological trap. While few people live as practical solipsists, it would make social interaction rather difficult. The philosophical challenge it poses is immense. It forces us to confront the deep-seated assumption that our subjective experience directly and accurately reflects an objective, shared reality. What if it doesn't? What if your entire universe is a uniquely personal dream from which you never awaken?